Okay, you're recording. Well, welcome to the 2020-21 cross-country season. Clap it up, guys. This has been the longest but the shortest season because we kind of started training last summer, but then we really only got a 4-week season. So it's been a really unconventional season. I'm really happy that you guys made it and you guys are out here. We had 20 at the finish of the season. We started this season with I think 16 or 15, and we slowly added a few numbers, so that was really good. Tonight we're going to do senior speeches. We'll start with our newer seniors first, and then we'll finish with our captains. So Caleb and Kylie, you'll go last. Everyone else, you'll go first. Before you guys leave today, we have a poster for all the seniors. It has their names on it. Tomorrow they'll get a poster before the race. If you guys could, at some point tonight, go over there and write a message to each of the seniors and say something to them and give it as a note. And then on the front of the poster, we'll have some information about them, okay? So first up, let's have Diego. Come on up.
Oh.
Diego. Make sure you speak loud, okay, Diego?
Okay.
Yep.
Hello. Hi. First, I want to say thank you guys for being an amazing team. Because without you guys, I would have never pushed myself to the limit. And yeah, okay. So I want to start off by saying that the best thing about cross country for me was being able to go home after practice. Not playing. But I'm being for real. I would have to say that everyone was pushing me. That was the best thing about cross country. That everyone was supportive and so motivating for me that it really felt like a family. And well, yeah. Okay. My favorite cross country memory, I would have to say that it was the Arlington race because I PR'd 25 minutes even. But not only that, but I really felt amazing. I felt powerful, or but yeah, I felt motivated that day. That was my favorite memory. My favorite race was the Arlington one, like I said. What is my motivation or inspiration to run? I would have to say Damon. Now I'm playing, but my motivation to run is honestly, it's really hard to say, but I would really have to say that my motivation to run is just being able to come out here and have fun. The words for wisdom for my younger teammates, I want to say, seek discomfort, get out of your comfort zone. I would have never joined cross country if it wasn't for Alicia. She really helped me a lot. Yeah, I want to say that seek discomfort because if you don't get out of your comfort zone, you will never know what it's like to be in someone else's shoes or something. So I'm really happy that I was able to do cross country. And if I was able to do cross country for the 4 years of my high school, I would do it because it was honestly amazing. And yeah. How many years have I been in varsity? No. 0. I'm in JV. I'm playing. But I don't know. It's my first and last year, so that was pretty fun though. So yeah. What are my plans after high school? I want to say I want to do my own glass thing, my own glass business. But I will not be running after high school, competitively. I will try to take it up as a hobby, but that's about it. And yeah, thank you very much, guys.
I'm really happy that Diego came out. It's very rare that we get a soccer player out here, but it was good that we got him out here. He's been really positive the whole time. Never heard anything negative out of him, and it's been a pleasure having Diego on the team. So thank you, Diego, for celebrating your senior year with us. Thank you. Next up, I think based off of years on the team. So let's get Alex up next. Alex. Come on, Alex. You gotta talk loud, Alex. You're gonna have to talk loud.
Base scream.
take the mask off, Alex.
Get closer so I can hear him. 1 second, Alex. I want to make sure I can hear you.
What is the best thing about cross country? The best thing about cross country is engaging with everybody and making new memories along the way, and also running together as a team. And yes, the races are fun too, I guess. And but it just comes down to enjoying yourself and being with everybody. What's your favorite cross country memory and why? My favorite cross country memory is when we went to Denver for the weekend to practice and hang out. And playing charades and watching movies was probably the best time for me. Also, we went to a one-night hike and we almost got kidnapped. Favorite race and invitational. My favorite race was last season. I went to Dana Hills. It was my favorite race because it was the fastest time that we got. It was also rainy that day, which made it even fun. And also, when I ran the half marathon, it was a big moment for me and the team because it was my first distance I ever ran. For the team, it was the first runner to step into the challenge and complete the half marathon. My motivation or inspiration to run is my teammates and coaches. What are my words of wisdom for my teammates? Well, underclassmen, don't really go too fast during the first part of the run. And make sure you drink a lot of water. Stretch before and after practices and races. If you have additional messages, this has been an awesome adventure to meet all of you. And I had a chance to start. And if I had a chance to start my freshman year, I would do it in a heartbeat. I truly mean it. You guys helped me not only become a better runner, but be a better teammate and person in general. And I know I didn't talk much last season, but you guys helped me open up more. I became more comfortable around you guys. I haven't talked this much since middle school. And I will continue to support you guys whether I go to middle school or state. This team holds a very special place in my heart. How many years have you been on this team? I've been on the team for 2 years. And how many times have you been on varsity? On and off. 3 times at the high school. Times at the high school as a 10. College during the state for 2 years. Then transferred to NAU. I plan on studying paleontology and we will continue to run. Yes, I will continue to run and plan and hopefully run for a team in the future and maybe run a full marathon.
Okay, favorite Alex memory. I think a couple times he came to practice last year in jeans, and he did work out in jeans. The half marathon, obviously, at the Mission Inn. Him running when we're trying to make the 100 miles, and he got up to like 20-something laps on the track. We had to stop him because it was getting dark, and we wanted to go home. Otherwise, he would have kept going. But Alex, has been great having you on the team. Thank you for sharing your senior year with us. Thank you, Alex. Abby, you're up next. Come on up, Abby.
What's the best thing about cross country? I would have to say the best thing about cross country is how challenging it is, not only physically, but mentally. So you're growing as a person while you're also having fun. And it's also cool seeing everyone improve and become a better runner over the course of a few months. My favorite cross country memory is freshman year. After a league meet, a few of the seniors told me and Kylie to cut the flush run with them, and then we got lost in the neighborhood. and on the way there, we were all laughing. And then we had to do some core while the whole team was taking some ice baths. So it was probably my favorite because it was an experience, and as a freshman, I didn't really know better, but it was pretty fun. My favorite race or invitational was Inland Empire Challenge because it was my first ever medal that day, and the environment and scenery was just nice. My motivation, I like seeing my improvement. It makes me want to keep on getting better. And inspiration for me is seeing how many people support each other, especially at the end of a race. It gives that extra boost of energy. And I also like winning because it shows how powerful we really are as a team. My words of wisdom are, just remember, pain is temporary and swag is forever, so push through the pain. Any additional messages? Thank you guys for an amazing last season. It's still crazy how we had a cross-country season during a pandemic. And I appreciate every single one of you guys. And I'm gonna miss coming to practice every day and spending my afternoon with all of you. I've been on the team for 2 years. I guess I've been on varsity for 1. I planned after high school, I'm gonna attend RCC for 2 years and then transfer to hopefully USC or any Cal State. And I'm gonna major in kinesiology and study to become a sports medicine physician. Yes, I will continue to run. I'm gonna try to go run with RCC, but I don't think I'm too fast for that. But I'm gonna try.
Favorite Abby memory? Your freshman year, was it at Glen at IE where you got that medal?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you got that medal and you crossed the finish and you were so excited and you're like filled with tears, that was like one of those special moments as a coach because you're like, yes, she loves running! And so that was really cool. And so when you got that medal, that was pretty exciting. That was memorable. I remember Cindy was really excited about that day too. So thank you for coming back your senior year. Next up, Aaron, come on up.
Okay, so my favorite thing about cross country, I know that everybody says this, but it has to be like being able to come out here and run with everybody, being able to spend time with the people you call your friends. That's just really what I enjoyed about cross country. I wasn't really that fast, but being able to run with Caleb, him pushing me all the time, it was just being able to run with all you guys was just amazing. My favorite cross country memory by far has to be the last week of October, my sophomore year, because you don't know how much effort it took for me to get Caleb to run on the team. I spent every single day telling him, hey, you coming to practice? And every single day he would say, no, I'll come the next day. And then it took until Arcadia, it was Apache. It took until Apache when he finally showed up to his first and last invitational of 2018, which has to be my favorite memory. My second favorite memory, I'll just add this one, has to be when me, Hector, and Josh decided to ditch practice when we were supposed to do FBC model repeats, and we went to Josh's house to get some Capri Sun and some gummy bears. My favorite race and invitational has to be the Apache race because Cam only had 1 week of practice and he dusted me with that race. I don't think he got any sleep either. But also that race just felt so good because it was in the afternoon, the sun was setting. It was mostly grass. It wasn't much cement, so it just felt really fun to run. My motivation to run. At first, my motivation was just to lose weight because when I joined, I was 170 pounds. But after being in cross country, like being able to run with everybody is just motivating me to come to practice every single day. Just to like run with you guys, talk to you guys every time. It's just an amazing experience. And a word of wisdom for my teammates. For the freshmen out there and the sophomores, do the middle college program, you won't regret it. Trust me, don't listen to Caleb, don't listen to that. The middle college program is the best. But really, the word of wisdom that I have to give is try to do as much as you can in your high school experience. It really does go by fast. I was thinking when I first joined, it's gonna take, I got like 3-4 more years, it's just gonna be, but it really goes by fast. So like, try to do as much as you can. As you can see, I didn't do that much. I had like a 3.9 GPA. I was in 4 sports. I didn't do that much, but yeah, just try to do as much as you can. My freshman year, I was lazy. I was sitting down watching TV all day. I was 220 pounds. I tried to make it up for what I missed my freshman year. And so far, I think I more than made up for it. I feel glad for what I was able to achieve by myself by my senior year. For additional messages, is just try to do as much as you can. Just like, so you don't have any regrets by the time you're senior, or you try to minimize as much as you can. Just try to do whatever is possible. Don't be like Caleb when I would say, hey, come to practice, hey, come to judo practice with me, come to golf practice with me, and he doesn't show up until the end of the season. Try to do as much as you can so that you don't regret it later on in your senior year, Caleb. And how many years I've been on there? I've been on cross country for 3 years. How many years have you been varsity? I put no comment. But 1 year figuring out this year. And what do I plan on doing after high school? I plan on attending UCI because I'm now an anteater. I now submitted my SIR. I'm waiting for Caleb to do that too. And then I want to achieve my dream of becoming an RN and then making the big bucks after. Will I continue to run? Of course I gotta run. I gotta push Caleb to run at UCI. And that's my
I was about to say another favorite memory, but when he said the speech, it reminded me of his freshman year when he would say, "Oh, I gotta leave. I gotta go to wrestling practice." And then he told Coach Rick, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta gain weight to make the weight class that I want." And we were like looking at each other. Cross country's gonna do the opposite to you, buddy. You're gonna lose a whole bunch of weight. So I'm really happy to have you out here, Aaron. Obviously, we're really motivated by you and your positivity. And when you had the "It's too easy" or "All right, good practice," those slogans stuck with us, and it really did make the difference in bringing us together as a team. So your positivity really did help us out. So shout out to Aaron. Thank you. Next up, let's see, who we got left? We got Damien, Jasmine, Alicia, and Kylie. So let's do Jasmine first. Jasmine.
No matter how hard practice is, or if you feel like you didn't do good at a race, because you always have your teammates' support. And then there's someone always there to lift up your mood and make you happier. And then for my favorite memory, I put when we won league champs for the first time, because everybody was really happy that day. And then the coaches were even happier. And it was the first time we did that in school history, so that made me happy. And then my favorite race was Mount Sac my junior year, but it was because before that, all the other races, I felt like I was in a box because I couldn't go back to my times I had my sophomore year. And then I ran that race and I felt like I broke out of that box and I was able to PR the next race. My motivation to run, first it was to stay in shape and then follow my brother's footsteps. We did cross country, and then it started to change to, I was looking forward to running with the girls and my teammates, and it was fun, and I just wanted to stay. Some words of wisdom was don't quit because you think practice is hard, or don't get dismotivated when you don't get a time you want. Just gotta keep trying. Additional lessons own baby.
Like Jasmine said, she's been a 4-year runner for the team, and you get a little emotional with the 4-year runners. And I'll try not to cry. I'll try not. But favorite Jasmine memory, just watching her being the big sister for America and Fabian. Even though Fabian's older than you, you were always taking care of everybody, and so it was awesome to see how responsible you were and how loving you were for your family members. And in races, you always stepped up, and you always had that big kick at the finish. So thank you, Jasmine, for 4 years of your hard work and success. So, shout out. All right. I'm not crying for you. Come on up, baby. Come on up. Let's go, Damien.
So the best thing about cross country for me was definitely the races. They presented the greatest challenges to me throughout high school, and cross country in itself was definitely the most mentally grueling sport I've ever participated in. Having the opportunity to compete against like-minded people will always be engraved in my memory. I'll always remember that. My favorite cross country memory was qualifying for the CIF prelims last season. It's really an achievement that held close to my heart. My favorite invitational was the Hills. It's a really good course, and I like the medals. My words of wisdom to my underclassmen: just stay motivated, no matter how difficult it's going to get. The greatest limitation is your mind. Just remember that. Additional messages. Sorry. I've run cross country for 4 years. I've been on varsity for 2 years. I think he gave me my letter my sophomore year, but it was like for one race, wasn't it?
Yeah.
My plans after high school, I did plan on enlisting in the Marine Corps, but recently I've been offered a scholarship for $200,000 to any college of my choosing. If I plan on going to the Citadel, which is a military academy in Charleston, South Carolina. I'm major in civil engineering. I think I'll continue to run.
Favorite Damien memory. Okay, so each year it seemed like Damien was a little bit of a crash test dummy, and would get either an injury in practices or an injury like outside or something, and it was really hard to keep him healthy because he was going 100% all the time, and you had to hold him back. But last season, when you went to CIF, you were so deserving. So congratulations, Damien, on 4 years. Good job. Come on.
My speech is a little long.
Yeah, you're number 4. I was like,
Okay, so to me the best thing about cross country is definitely the people you meet. I feel like the more time we spend together, we definitely become closer, and I believe we are more than a team, but rather a family. at the start line, I started tearing up, and then I saw all the girls start tearing up. And even the other team was like, don't worry about it, guys. Like, you guys look fast, but like, we were just so nervous. And we always talk about how funny it was to look back on because we were first crying for nothing, and we actually did really well that race. I would also say after the races were the most fun when it comes to memories because we all go hang out and eat after, and I really wish we could have done that this year, but at least we got to spend time together. So my favorite race, SAS Invitational of all time, would definitely be Dana Hills my junior year because I got my PR of 1936. I know Emma and Winter remember too because the year before I kept hitting the same time on the dot. And it was just really nice to break out of 20s. I also liked how Emma and Alyssa got their PRs that race too because we were always running together. We were trying to get out of the 20s, so it was nice that we were able to do that as a team. So what is my motivation or inspiration to run? If you ask me in the middle of a race what my motivation is to run, I would say the finish line water. But no, my real motivation is my teammates. Running with you guys every day and seeing how hard you guys work to push out of your comfort zones motivates me to do the same. I really love seeing you guys cheer on everyone because I don't know if it's just me, but hearing a teammate cheer you on automatically makes you want to go faster, and it overall makes you feel that much more supported. For words of wisdom, I have two. So first is to look straight when you're running because if you look to the side to talk to a teammate, you might fall into a trash can. And I honestly don't know who would do that. My second words of wisdom would be to understand that running is all mental. Yes, training your body is physically is important, but if you're constantly giving yourself positive messages like I can catch up to him or her, or like today's the day I get my PR. If you stick with that mindset, you guys will be far ahead of your competition. Overall, stay mentally positive and you will reach all of your running goals. I have some shout outs for additional messages. I want to say thank you to all the coaches. Coach Anna, I know she couldn't be here today, but thank you for all the donations you made for the team, including the girls' handmade bows you make for us every year. I appreciate you pushing the team, and whether it is practice or a race, you're always supporting us. Coach Rick, for always bringing up the team spirits, whether it is a practice or a race, you always have positive things to say. And thank you for all my hand sanitizers. I have a lot now. I want to say thank you to Coach Jake for running and pacing with us at practice, especially this year, and always encouraging us to do our best. Coach Winter, running with you for 4 years, you've always believed in me, and you taught me that if you want something and work hard enough for it, you can accomplish anything. You taught me so much, not only as a runner, but as a person, and I'm so incredibly lucky to have you as my coach. My only hope is that I've made you proud, and I'm going to miss you a lot. Now for the girls' team. Emma, I want to thank you for being the best running buddy ever. You and Alyssa, we always stay together, and we're kind of like a pack. I feel like we've really been through it all. Every race, every practice, whether it is going up Mount Sac Hills or a tough workout, we have that day. I am so thankful to have you by my side because you make me a better runner and have always found ways to make me laugh in the middle of pain. I'm going to miss you a lot. Jasmine, my best friend, you are one of the kindest, most positive people I know on the team. I'm going to miss making your dances. By the way, we have to make one tomorrow. Alyssa, even though you didn't make it today, I want to say I admire you for your dedication. You are in so many different sports, but you always manage to show up and perform well at races and practices. Thank you for being another great running partner and friend. Kylie, I met you when you joined cross country your freshman year. We've grown a lot closer since then, and I have cross country to thank for that. I love seeing you improve as a runner, and now look at you, Captain Kylie. I'm so proud of all your dedication you bring to the team and everything you have accomplished. I know with your work ethic, you will accomplish so much more beyond this. should be very proud of yourselves for all the work you put into running. I wish you guys the very best next season, and I know you guys will do great tomorrow. I wish you guys the very best for next season, too. Last, I want to acknowledge the boys captain, Caleb, for being leader to our boys team. I just want to say thank you for always uplifting everybody's spirits. You are always out there at workouts cheering on people, and you really just bring positive energy to the team. How many years have I been on the team? I've been on the team for 4 years. How many years have you been in varsity? 4. What are your plans after high school? So my plans after high school are to attend UCR. I plan to major in education because I like the school setting and have always wanted to work with kids. And will I continue to run? I will definitely continue to run after high school. I feel like running has not only been like a passion for me, but it's been a huge part of my life for so long, and I know that it will forever be.
I can't say too much because I will start crying. Favorite Alicia memory of your freshman year at beach camp when you were the runner of the week for beach camp, and when we were just so excited to have such a stellar group of runners with you and Jasmine that freshman year. Just so excited to have you all 4 years. We knew you were going to be one of our top runners every time you came out. So thank you for the 4 years of your hard work and success. You're an amazing runner. So thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, I'm not going to cry. Caleb, come on up. Come on, Caleb. Oh.
Before I start, mine is super long. It is. Also, before I start, I remember the first time I heard the senior speeches. I remember she was taking home, and while he was driving, I was just like, "Dang, I'm so excited! I already know what I'm gonna say for next year." And he was like, "Oh." So when I started writing this, and I was just staring at my screen. I was like, I don't know what to put. So eventually, I started writing it. And, I ended up writing a lot. What is the best thing about cross country? The best thing about cross country is the bond that we're able to make with the culture, make with everyone, and the memories that come with it. The constant competition with your teammates to see who's faster. The feeling of being able to push your limits constantly, and knowing you're not the only one, in the same boat. The best thing about cross country is knowing that whatever it is you're doing, you're not alone because you have other people around you who are constantly motivating you and pushing you to be better than you were before. The constant exposure to new environments, new feelings, mostly pain, even though, you don't want to, it just happens. To be honest, when I actually joined cross country, to the beach after a long time because I got lost. We were nowhere near camp at all. So we started running the entire time trying to find camp, and eventually, you know, we found this bathroom that was like next to this group of kids, and we had to actually wait a while before we went in. So when we got to the beach at camp, I was so tired, so I was just like, you know what, I just want to go home. And then that was when like we went into the water and surfboard things. Mind you, I didn't know how to do that. And it was like in that moment when, you know, she went to taught us how to use it. And also a little thing that I didn't say during that time, I couldn't swim. So I didn't care either. So I just got into it. I was just like, you know, if anything, I could just hook myself onto it and I'll be fine. So you know, I tried, after he showed us how to do it, I tried doing it, and the entire time my leg was cramping up. And then, you know, I was just sitting there, I was just like, no one noticed. I was looking at Daly because I was expecting him to come pull me out because he was, you know, taller than me, so I was just like, just yank me out. I even kept calling, he was like, what? What? You'd look at me and then look away? So, you know, I just sat there just drifting away the entire time. When I could finally feel my legs, I came out, and then, you know, I was like, I think 3 posts away from camp, so I had to walk back just limping. And when I got there, I just sat down for like, I think like 12 minutes or something, and then I got back and I went back in. My favorite race / invitational. My favorite race, I don't know exactly what race this was because I never paid attention to the race. But it was a muddy course, but the reason why it was most memorable to me was because I never met any runner, like, you know, because I remember people would say stories about how they've seen people who were just horrible runners, as in like not good sport, and they didn't have good sportsmanship. So it was very, you know, it was a new experience for me to actually meet someone who did that. And before I explain why, let me just, you know, say this real quick. When we started running, mind you, then I wasn't, you know, good at running. I didn't have that much endurance, so everything I was doing, I was just working on my form, trying to breathe well, and, you know, do what I could to keep myself from falling. So I remember when we were going down a hill, there's this person that, like, he fell over, and I was just focused on, like, running. I didn't see him. So when I, you know, like, when I psyched back in, I tried to hop over, he grabbed my foot, right? So I stepped on it when I was falling down. And someone, like, a lot of people were like trying to hold me, and I was like, you know, get off me. And then I started running, and then there was like a cluster of people in the race at one point, and I didn't like that, so I was just like, I need to get out of here, because one, I couldn't move my arms, my form was horrible because I had to run like this, and a lot of people just kept pushing me and hitting me. So I was just like, deep breaths, let's sprint out of here. So right before I did it, I just feel someone just like elbow me to the side, and I'm just like, like, you know, trying to catch my breath. And then, you know, I look to see like one of the person who hit me, and then they had like a tattoo, like number 6 on their calf. And the thing was, when I was falling, I remember seeing somebody who did that, like, you know, with 6 on their legs. So the entire time, like, as soon as he hit me, he left. And I was just thinking about, you know, focusing and trying to catch my breath again. You know, it's hard because, you know, consistency. So when we finally got to like a hill, when we were going up, I remember seeing like a person with a tattoo 6 on their leg, and I just remember that thing, like, you know, what Mr. Winter said. You know, he was just like, before the race, he showed us what to do in case, you know, somebody is trying to pass you. You know, just make sure you open your arms very well.
I never saw you do that. I didn't talk about it.
So I chased him down, and when I caught up to him, I was trying my best to, you know, plan that into action. So eventually I did. You know, he fell, and and when I finished the race, I remember I went to go look for Aaron, and I remember seeing like 2 people walking by, and I remember one of them was limping while the other one was walking. I think they were like twins kind of. And I noticed, like, when I looked down, because back then, like, I used to run looking down, so I was able to see the 6. So when I looked down on their leg, I saw both of them had 6 on their leg. And then I processed, I was just like, so that means he's the one who hit me and ran. And the other one didn't hit me. So I was just like, I went up to him and I was like, good run. And then I just left. My motivation or inspiration to run. Okay. Get a little bit cheesy here. My motivation or inspiration to run is the team, and only the team, because personally, I don't like running. So when I joined cross country, it gave me another reason to run, although I didn't like it. And being able to run with you guys, you know, and watch you guys through every race, it made me happy. And that's why, like, I enjoyed going to the finish line, like, cheer you on and see you guys finish, even though you were sweating. Running was able to motivate me. I mean, no, running, right? Running to you was my motivation. I was motivated to run to you to motivate you. So, and I remember, I remember my first race when I was running with Aaron. And mind you, I don't know if any of you remember this, but I didn't know you weren't supposed to top while running during that time. So I remember when I was running with Aaron, I was trying to cheer him on, and then he was just looking at me like he saw ghosts. He was just like, over and over again, but he didn't say anything. So I was just confused why. So after the race, you know, he goes to Richard. He was like, "Hey, where's Richard? You know, Caleb was trying to, talk to me during the race." And then I didn't know you were supposed to do that, so it was kind of funny.
Hey, no, it was you know that little park right there in the fence? Right there, we went around the park, and you were still pacing with me, and he was like, "Caleb, why are you still talking?" That's what happens.
My words of wisdom. Wow. Okay, this one's even long. Okay. Let me get real quick. My words of wisdom to the team would be, first of all, to everyone, including lowerclassmen, especially upperclassmen, throw your ego out the window. Because when you start running for the first time, obviously, like, your form isn't going to be great. You're striding, you're running, breathing too. Everything's going to be bad. Well, not the best, but, you know, it takes a while for you to learn. So, first of all, know that you're coming across country to learn. So if the coaches are trying to talk to you, don't get mad, don't get annoyed, because sometimes it can be very demanding, and I understand how that feels like. Just remember to keep an open mind, because sometimes what they say actually is true. Makes sense. Second, fix your form. If you're running and the coaches are like, you know, stop bobbing, don't lean on one side, open your arms, kick, do all of it. Because they're doing it not for you, not for themselves, but for you, because you're the one who's running the race anyway. So, if they're telling you all of that, don't say I can't or I'm tired unless you have a cramp, because then I understand how that feels like, because you can't really control your legs. So, other than that, I don't want to hear anything else. Also, this is the one that keeps touching my buttons. If you say you're tired when they say run, I don't understand, because you're running 3 miles nonstop, so obviously you're going to be tired. So even if you're coming to an excuse, try to make it make sense. So if you're running, sprint. If you see that finish line, sprint, because right there you're almost done. So there's nothing that should stop you, unless you have a cramp, from running there. So, yeah. And also, if you can't do it for yourself, then do it for the team, and vice versa. It took me a while to realize, but running, or should I say playing a sport in general, is physically demanding. When I came to cross country, I didn't know what to expect. I really didn't. I just thought all you need to do is just run and just, you know, you're done. And I didn't realize, you know, 3 miles was actually a lot. I remember during that time I thought 3 miles was like 3 laps or something like that. So, yeah, running requires discipline, especially cross country. And it's going to teach you that all you need to do is listen and keep an open mind. That's why I'm saying throw your ego out the window so you're able to learn, especially in cross country. Because the most important thing is your mindset. Because you're running 3 miles, you're going to be tired. You're going to want to stop. You're going to want to walk, especially walking. So just remember that your mindset is everything. Because when you're at that finish line, there's nothing that should stop you, unless you have a cramp, from finishing. Because only you are able to convince yourself that you're able to do it. Because what matters is what's going on upstairs. Because cross country is demanding a lot more about what you're thinking than what you're feeling. And that's why, you know, when you're running, if you feel sore, you still show up to practice, you still run anyway, because you know you can do it. So that's why I'm saying keep an open mind. And also, This one, you know, I'm not gonna call anybody out, but you know who you are. This one also gets to me. When you're about to run in general, I understand it's all fun and games and you joke around when you say, you know, like, I'm not gonna do well, or, you know, I feel tired, or I'm injured, I'm sore, or my time is probably not gonna go well, I'm not gonna be able to beat my time. Personally speaking, if I wasn't a pacifist, unlike Aaron, I would have probably put you in a submission, because here's why. When you keep saying all of those things, as much as you think it might be a joke, and even if you do mean it as a joke, jokes have meaning. And if you're already saying this when you're fully, you know, energized and, you know, you're about to run, as much as you're saying you think it's a joke, it's slowly chipping away your confidence. So if you're in a race and you're running and you're tired and you want to stop, and, you know, your mindset isn't, you know, still unstable because your body is telling you stop and your brain is telling you to keep going. If you keep, like, you know, saying all those stuff even before, like, it can slowly creep back up, and you might be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm not gonna do well anywhere, or my time's not gonna be well, and just destroy yourself. So don't do that. Because 3 miles is a lot. It's a lot. And, you know, if you're running and your mindset is like, you know, isn't good, you can be easily influenced, and that's gonna destroy you. Because in a race, as much as you're running as a team, especially cross country, you know, you also have to carry your own weight. Run your own race, basically. Don't forget that you're doing it as a team, but you're doing it for yourself as well. So remember to keep your mindset golden, because you're a golden boy. You're the ace of the team. Or girl. I forgot to say that. You know, and also another reason why you should remember to stay confident in yourself is because you get up every day to run in the heat, in the rain, rocky mountains, tall grass, and sometimes even through wild ducks. That was Elisa. She's not here, so she won't get it. But remember that you're doing all of that. So give yourself a pat on the back and stop, you know, saying all those stuff, because that's not helping you in any way, shape, or form. And I know you can do it. And if you're worried about a medal being your only motivation in a race, remember that your body is the medal, the best medal you ever get, because that's what has all your hard work, determination, perseverance, everything. So remember that. And if you see someone in a race trying to intimidate you, and you get intimidated, don't say, why me? Say, try me, and let them know. Don't let them intimidate you. And if they look at you, look at them back. Clear at them too. Let them know who's boss, and run your own race.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh no, don't do that. My additional message. It's actually a bunch of memories, because I remember it says your favorite memory, so I just like showed this at the bottom part. I have a bunch of memories, starting with that time when Mr. Winter went to the mall, and he was eating with Robert and Aaron, and you know, I just called him in, and he turns around and he's chewing, and then I just took a picture of him, and I have the picture on his phone. He was like that. So his face was priceless. And you know, my good part about Mr. Winter, like, my memory would be like every time that he runs with us and he just like turns red. It's just funny because, you know, I know that he's going through the same thing we're going through, so it's just like I'm happy about that. Aaron, when you're never trying to do judo moves on me, that's my favorite memory. And that's how you basically ran half naked 3 miles twice. And that time that Mr. Winter like poured a bucket of water on you. I think that was like that after we had like a water balloon, like, you know, like a chill day. And then Aaron was just like, and then Winter just dumps the bucket on him, and he starts shaking, it hits the pole and falls down. I also have the video on my phone. That was also my favorite, you know, my favorite moment. And I know you keep saying it's easy, but I've caught you complaining. Remember that. Daniel, where is he? There he is. My favorite memory about Daniel is is when we were out in practice and Coach Rick caught Josh instead, because I remember it was me, Daniel, Josh, I think a few other people I don't remember well. But we were supposed to run, I don't think you were there, no. Yeah, you were there that day, but you were at school. So we were running and, you know, we were getting tired and, you know, we kind of like, I don't know, I think it was Daniel that came up with the idea. He said, I think we should like, you know, walk or come practice or something because we were supposed to do like a Vista Verde loop, but what we did was we were cutting through the park. So, yeah, we were cutting through the park. So we were cutting through it, and Josh like does the same thing, but the only difference is like he hopped the fence. Like we did more. So Coach Rick caught it when he was driving by, and then you know, me and Daniel like when we found out, like we started running, but when we got close to I think like close to the park, we started walking, and then we noticed that you were coming, and then me and him started running so you wouldn't see us. And then when we got there, because you just show up out of nowhere, which is, you know, I mean it's not the first time, but yeah. My word to Daniel is think less and run more. David, my prodigy, I expect the very best from you. It's not like you don't give it to me already, but I want you to keep it up. Alex, all I have to say is sprint. Open your arms and sprint. David, I have a lot to say, but I'll keep it simple. You are literally the embodiment of you run your own race. Because you don't care about anything else. So, you know, keep it up. It's good that you do that. And listen more. Amy. Who? I remember last year I called Kim a tank. But if I call her a tank, you're Terminator. You go. You're cool-headed, you're observant, you're a hard worker, and you have a good sense of judgment. All what a leader should have. I wish you the best in life as a teammate and as a friend, in whatever it is that you're gonna do. Sergio, I don't have much to tell you, but talk less and run more. You're a dedicated hard worker, and I respect you for your efforts. And you should keep it up. Raul, my second protege. I don't have much to say since, you know, it's still your first year. And I know you're still learning. But don't worry. I'll be back to come check on you. If you think you're off the hook just because I'm leaving, you're not. I'll watch you like a hawk.
And he's staying next year, right?
And I know he's going to keep watching you too. So, keep it up. Let me see. Diego. Keep up the good work. You know, I'm actually proud of you because you really showed me a lot. You know, especially the fact that we were 4 years. You know, I was, you know, even though we didn't talk that much, I was watching you. And, you know, you've improved. So I'm happy about that. And if you ever, you know, if you're ever ready, we can get on the track, and that's a challenge. So remember that. Robert. You know, it's your first year, like Raul, so I don't really have much to say. But listen more, and also don't think I forgot you joined Aaron's gang, even though I'm disappointed. I'm expecting a lot from you. So keep it up. Olive, my multicultural friend. You're really fast, which surprised me. And I'm expecting a lot from you, especially since, you know, you still have time. And tell me how things go in Germany, in case I forget. Kylie, thumbs up for stepping up. And, you know, I actually keep forgetting that you're also a senior. I always keep forgetting. Emma, you still have 1 year, and you better leave with a bang. I'm expecting a lot. You know, you've been improving a lot. You've been consistent about it. You've been working hard. You know, most of the times I practice that you showed up. But I'm glad you keep pushing yourself. Alyssa, even though she's not here, I thought Aaron was crazy when he did all these sports together with cross country and wrestling. But she's doing the exact same thing, so she just falls in that category as well. So keep it up, cross country. I don't know if you're gonna keep running, but I hope you do. Yeah. Speaking of people who stepped up, you really surprised me. You know, this season. You did a whole 360 and you were just going after it. So I'm proud about that. I'm happy too. You know, and I'm glad that, you know, I was able to run these last few years with you. Giselle! Actually, I don't even know what to say for this part. But it takes a lot to stop running and to come back. So I give you kudos on that. America, keep pushing. I already see you working hard. And, you know, keep it up. And remember, baby steps. You know? Because it's going to pay off in the long run. Jasmine. I was going to write a lot, but I'm just going to keep it short. You know, your attitude is going to help you, and I highly suggest you stop being mean to people, especially me. And I didn't even do anything to you, but you just did it. Even though, you know, I'm not a petty person, so I forgive you. I don't hold grudges. I wish you the best in whatever it is that you're going to do. How many years I've been on cross country? Even though it's 4. Even though it's 3. How many years have I been on varsity?
4.
I think it's 4, and that's a personal belief, and I will stick to that. One of my plans after high school, I plan on attending Irvine under computer science and not nursing. Will I continue to run? You know, I heard from a potential good roommate, there we go, that, you know, I should run in college.
And will.
And I think they're wrong, but I might just run just to see how things go. But I'm not making any promises.
That's a promise right there.
Yeah, that's it.
I did have a previous favorite memory, but that 42 minutes that we just experienced is probably my new favorite memory. That's the longest senior speech that we've had in cross-country history. So thank you for that experience, Caleb. Let's finish this up. Kylie, last up. Come on up, Kylie.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Okay. So the best thing about cross country is that it keeps you in shape, it gets you out of the house, and you get to make fun memories with new friends. I love how everyone supports everyone no matter what team you're on, and that all pride is out the window. Cross country tests you both physically and mentally, and not everyone can do it, so taking part in the sport really shows your willingness to take that extra step and push yourself beyond limits you never thought you could reach. Favorite memory? I have too many to choose from. I loved all of it. Going to the beach, going out after races, gushing over the cute guys my freshman year with the cross country girls, taking really cold ice baths, the bus rides, mountain camp. These are all memories that you can't get anywhere else, so I think that's what makes them even more special. I really liked the trip to Huntington Beach my sophomore year because it was my first time going somewhere with a team to train outside of Moreno Valley, and getting to dive in the waves with everyone after the run was a lot of fun. The van ride back was also iconic because that was everyone's first time hearing me rap. Favorite invitational? I really loved Mount Sac my junior year because of the scenery, and all the times we ran were really good for a course that's almost all hills. I remember dying of laughter on the way back because I was barking at the other vans on the freeway. I also remember going to McDonald's and Emma ordered an ice cream cone, and she grabbed it by the ice cream instead of the cone, and the lady was like really annoyed, so that was really funny. Overall, that race was really nice, especially at the finish because you had a beautiful view of all the houses that were up in the mountains as you came in. Motivation/inspiration to run. I love working out and being in good shape, so running really motivates me to maintain both a healthy mind and body. My teammates are also some of my biggest motivators because even though we may not want to always go out and run, the fact that we would all be struggling together is what makes it worth coming out. I was inspired by fitness in general because my dad introduced me to the world of weightlifting when I was in middle school. He always... Sorry.
You got this, Kylie. Come on. You got it, Kylie.
Oh my god, okay. He always talked about... Oh my god. He always talked about how waking up early and getting in a good workout leads to a healthier lifestyle that makes that benefits you later on in life. His wife's words of advice were a big motivator to help me keep going these past 4 seasons. Seeing how you could improve yourself by working really hard really inspired me to ultimately start my fitness journey. Initially I tried out for the volleyball team, but I didn't make it. I still wanted to be part of a sports team, so my mom mentioned cross country. I was hesitant at first, but I came out on the last time trial. I'm sure you remember that. And the rest was history. What else inspires me to run is that not everyone was blessed with a fully functioning body. So in a way, I run for those who cannot run themselves. Also, if it weren't for my mom, I probably would have never thought I could possibly take part in the most physically demanding sport in school. The fact that there's always room for improvement and the feeling you get after completing a hard workout leaves you with a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment, which I also find inspiring. To stick to it, and I'm even more glad that I had all of you guys there with me every step of the way. I wanted to thank everyone who's given me rides to or from practice. My mom for waking up at 4 in the morning to take me to 5 a.m. practices. My dad for picking me up every day after practice. My sisters and my brother for giving up their Saturday mornings to come out to all of my races and cheer me on. And Coach Jake, Coach Cindy, Coach Anna, Coach Rick, and Coach Winter for supporting me in the cross-country team these past 4 years. You guys believed in us at times we might not have believed in ourselves. We all couldn't have done it without you. I also wanted to thank you all for coming out this season despite all the changes that had to be made and sticking with the team through thick and thin. I wish you guys all the best going forward, and I hope I made you proud to call me your captain, even if it was just for a month. I've been on the team for 4 years. I ran varsity for 2 years. Plans after high school, I plan on going to college, but I haven't decided where yet. It's between Cal State Fullerton and Cal Baptist University. I want to study kinesiology, but I'm still undecided. After college, I hope to join the military as an officer. And then, do you plan on running? No. After Saturday, I'm done running forever. Oh, I'm kidding. Of course, I will continue to run. However, I don't think I'll be competing on a team. Hopefully I can come back and visit you guys, whether it's during practice or at one of your races. That's it.
So favorite Kylie memory this year. So each week I've been going on Strava and like looking at your times and like seeing how you've been our top runner on the team for mileage, and each week you're getting better and better. And I think if any of us had a stellar season, this was your season. And so for you to be the captain and lead us and be an amazing runner this year in your senior year, it's like night and day from freshman to senior year for you. But your senior year, you've been amazing, and thank you for stepping up as a captain. Thank you, Kylie. I'm just gonna make all the other coaches talk, since we're just going to record this, and this was really for you guys to have you guys share your words of wisdom with the team and share your experiences. Just be motivated for tomorrow. The reason we listen to these speeches, the reason that we just experienced that was so that you can be motivated and run faster tomorrow. So really think about the words that you got from these seniors, and they're trying to inspire you to run your fastest tomorrow, okay guys? So we'll wrap it up here, and then we've got pasta, and I got awards. We'll do the poster thing tomorrow. I won't keep you guys for that, okay? But clap it up.
What's next on me? What's next on 3? 1, 2, 3. Horses!
Okay, if you're not a senior, go over there, and Selena, Alicia's mom, is going to start passing out pastas. Seniors, come here. Seniors, come here. Oh, I need to put my mask on. Oh, you can stop recording, Jake. Sure.
Okay.
Aaron.
I was playing.
Seniors, come here. Don't walk away. Alicia.